With the latest news from the Landline Telephone Society, I'm Panasonic Guy. The LTS PBX is successfully set up and users will expect their extension soon. LTS PBX is a community PBX that provides service with an extension for users to make calls to people on the system. You can provision phones, ATAs, and you can trunk your own PBXs to it. Joey, also known as That Electrics Guy, recently got a Panasonic KXTG8521 and is the first YouTuber to try the UK version of Panasonic's KXTGU range of cordless telephones. Rod Ardman is soon to get one as well. A couple of weeks ago, the trailer for the LTS YouTube channel was released. That's the latest for now. With an update at any time, visit the LTS website or the wiki, or go back at any point of the show. Okay, so for our weather, currently in Cranbrook, it is -5 degrees with a few clouds, with winds of 7 kilometers an hour, gusting to 11. In Vancouver, it was +5 degrees with light rain, with winds of 13 kilometers an hour, gusting to 20. In Seattle, it was reported as +6 with overcast skies and with winds of 3 kilometers an hour, gusting to 5. In Shreveport today, it was 21 degrees Celsius with overcast skies with 20 kilometer an hour winds, gusting to 30, with a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. And in Derby, UK, it was +3 degrees with overcast skies with 20 kilometer an hour winds and 30 kilometer an hour gusts. And then on to our traffic, looking at the area here, I am seeing that there is a bunch of winter driving conditions around the area for some compact snow, slippery sections, and some other things like that. We go over here, we keep going more west. It's saying, yes, it's saying for the ferries, for the Kootenay Lake Ferry, it's saying essential travel only. And then as we move into Vancouver here, we got some accidents. Here, vehicle incident at 277th Street. And yeah, some other things there. So yeah, that's basically it for the weather and travel.
This is LTCC Radio.
The telephones are ringing.
Joseph Crossland.
This is LTCC Radio.
The telephones are ringing.
With Joseph Crossland.
Hello everybody, it's Joseph Crossland here on LTCC Radio. It has been a while. It's Joey, also known as That Electrics Guy, with you. Thank you to Panasonic Guy for our news, weather and travel here on LTCC Radio. And we have got lots coming up on the show today. I'm going to be talking about the new telephones that I've got, including the new range of telephones that I've got, which is the Panasonic KXTGU. I'm the first person to have the UK version. I'm not the first person to have it at all, because there is someone else on YouTube that has it. So yeah, that's that. Also coming up on the show that we didn't get to talk about really 2 weeks ago is PBXs. And we've got some messages coming in from HVACman1762 Yellow People. Hello to you. Here, this is LTCC Radio. It's Joseph Crossland. The phone lines aren't exactly open today. It's yeah. So, people, Anyway, let's get the show started. It's LTCC Radio, Joseph Crossland. So hello. So yeah, something that we didn't talk about 2 weeks ago, and I forgot to say this. If you would like to get in touch on the show, then this is how.
This is LTCC Radio.
Get in touch. Call 877 454 7493, then dial 4 to be connected to LTCC Radio.
Or you can message us on YouTube Live.
That is how you can get in touch. The phone lines aren't open, so the YouTube Live message option is basically the only option tonight. But yes. Now the thing, now another new telephone I've got is the Panasonic KX-TG8522. Now someone is asking what the Landline Telephone Society is. The Landline Telephone Society is a community of people that like landline telephones and talk about them. So, so here is this ringtone that I like. And this phone is my only phone that has it, and I'm glad I've got it. Oh, folks, it's not that one. Don't worry, it's this one. So yes, and I've just discovered that my Panasonic KX-TCD sounds a bit like the Uniden Elise ringer. I'll play it to you. And then also there is the bass ringer, but I can't play that on full volume because it's freaking loud. Hold on. Menu. I need to go into bass settings. I can literally only play it that loud because it is like super freaking loud. So, yeah, that's that. Now PBXs, IP PBX I have in that you basically get more choice with an IP PBX, and it's good because it's SIP trunk to the new LTS PBX system, which will be released properly soon, but it's only in like beta testing at the minute. Yeah, this it's only in beta testing. So yeah, I also have some of the older phones back out. I haven't put the BT Consero out in a while. That's back. And I have my IP phones, which are connected so that when I dial... but anyway, yeah, that's connected to them. But yeah, here are the ringers on it. And the bass ringers are this. I can't play them that much now, but you basically get the gist. They're like the classic BT. They're like the classic BT ringers. I do have the classic TGJ out. I have to have the TGJ now. I'm going to describe to you some of the features of the new Panasonic KX-TGU telephone. As me and myself, I am very intrigued about it. And I've got the phone, but I'm still very intrigued. It's got a flashlight. Now, if I demonstrate that, you won't be able to see it. But it is very cool, and I have put a video of this on my YouTube channel, That Electrics Guy. Now, here are the ringers. So obviously the bass ringers, just the usual. Now, here are... the standard Panasonic KX-TG K220 ringtones. But yeah. So yeah. Now, I don't think it... I want to apologise. I don't think it was this show or the last show. Well, it wasn't this show. I don't think it was the last show. It might have been the show before. I was recording on my laptop and the audio was quite low, and I've only just realised... I've only just remembered to say something to you guys. Now, this phone has the Eco Plus, just like many of the phones I have. I need to actually set the time initially so it will change back at some point on the PBX. I'm not doing that right now. It also has the smart call blocking. And this is it connected to my PBX. Now, you might hear my rotary phone make some like bell noises because it does that when the line opens and closes. Well, it doesn't do it when the line opens, but when it closes, you'll hear like a ding. It sometimes does it when the line opens and closes. If I did it off a corded phone, it would. Let me try. Right. Yeah, did you hear that? And this phone lights up as well. So yeah, it is a good feature to have, because when the line opens, I know, because it has done that in the past with this 8521 set I have when I tried to use SMS messages. I tried to make it send a voice message back to the telephones, but let's just say it ended up opening and closing the line and stuff, and it wasn't that great. You're listening to Joseph Crossland here on LTCC Radio.
This is LTCC Radio.
The telephones are ringing.
Joseph Crossland.
And actually, I will say this. The reason why the ident's slightly different, the jingle, it doesn't say listen on YouTube Live anymore. And the reason is because we've actually got more platforms. We've actually got more platforms other than YouTube Live now. So that's why that's gone. I might make a new jingle because it doesn't sound as good now it's been cut. So I might make something completely fresh. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm in the process of something. Sorry, it went blank for a second there, didn't it, guys? Right, let's get back to the show. So, I also want to talk about how I'm going to start filming on my channel right now. I'm looking into filming on a camera. Now, I need to do several test shots to see if this is a good idea. But yeah, hopefully soon I will be switching to filming on a camera. If you want any updates about the Landline Telephone Society, make sure to join our Discord server. Look at our website, our wiki. There are so many ways for you to get to know us as a community. Or you can ask questions on here by messaging in the YouTube live chat. Okay, telephone-wise. So yeah, I've basically gone through my setup, and yes. So there's basically, like I said, a few changes coming. There's the LTS PBX coming soon. I've got a beta extension to test it out, but it'll be working fully soon. It's quite a small show today, but it's still alright. So, I also want to talk about Ringtone 1 now. Another thing on the show we're going to be talking about is Ringtone 1. So, Right now, I'm going to play you a video from my second YouTube channel. I'm going to play you guys a video now from my second YouTube channel. And it'll explain the different ringtone ones and stuff. And the generations of the UK. It's 3 minutes long, so I'm going to shut up now. And I'm going to play this for you guys. Right. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be comparing the 4 versions of Ringtone 1 on Panasonic cordless phones. So I'm going to start with the old UK one, the ones that the old British phones had, which is like a bell sort of ringer. It's the same as the 4021 and 4221 handsets, the 402 TGA 402 handset. This is like our old Ringtone 1. And this is my favourite version of Ringtone 1. You can't get a better version of this than Ringtone 1. So yeah, there's that one. Then we go on to the second one that's only really found on the 8521. The 6521 has the same Ringtone number 1 as this. This is basically a 6521, but just with colour display and different ringers. It doesn't do the rising charging tone, so I know it's an old phone. So then this is the next one. This is the next version. Now this US handset here has the same version, but on the base it has a different version of Ringtone 1, the old American one. So the old British one's bell and the old American one is this. Yeah, so I do like that one actually, that version. I wish we had that here as well. But it's not as nice as this. Yeah, so that's that. But then, in the UK now, the Ringtone number 1. Now, on this set, it's actually this. Sometimes it's that, and sometimes it's that. Now, this has been on the ringtone. This ringtone's been on for years, but it's just had different instruments. But this was replaced the old Ringer 1, and I don't like it. But on newer models now, you actually have the choice between this Ringtone 1 or this one. So they sort of, not exactly, but they sort of brought back the old bell. Not exactly, but sort of. Because if you can hear. Right, let me go back onto the caller volume. Right. So yeah, very similar, but this one cuts off a bit and it's not as belly. But I'm glad they brought back this Ringtone number 1, as it's a lot better than the other one that I showed. But this one will always be the best. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that little snippet there. Well, it wasn't a snippet, it was a video on my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing that. As it's also but yeah, that's explaining why I like Ringtone 1. Anyway, so thank you for listening today. It's been a great show. It's been nice to talk to you guys. But now it's time to hand it over to Robert Arvin, who's gonna take it away with a smashing show lined up for you today.
This is LTCC Radio.
The telephones are ringing. Rod Artfin.
Hey there, everyone. And working for a while as well. Everyone, today we will be talking a little bit about LTSPDX and the projects that we are working on. If you want to get in touch with the show, then here's how.
This is LTCC Radio.
Get in touch. Call 877-454-7493, then dial 4 to be connected to LTCC Radio.
Or you can message us on YouTube Live.
This is LTCC Radio.
The telephones are ringing.
Rod Aldfin.
Alright, everyone. So I am pretty sure that you guys are very interested to know that what is LTS Community PBX. So, everyone, LTS Community PBX is a community PBX that we've decided to make for the Landline Telephone Society, and we are aiming on connecting telephone enthusiasts together and people who generally need a phone line, which is all also free of charge. Our PBX system offers a lot of stuff. For example, we have support for Cisco enterprise phones and SIP devices as well. But there's also something to take note of. If you do have a SIP phone, when you have a SIP phone along with an SCCP phone, you really cannot register to the same extension, as SCCP phones require their own extension, and SIP phones require their own as well, but you can have multiple brands on that extension as well. But for SCCP phones, it's like that, but I'm pretty sure, I'm just guessing this, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that you could have multiple SCCP phones on one extension. This is just a hypothesis, it's not true, so don't go and believe it. But still, we are working on it actively, although we have been getting some bottlenecks in the process of transferring extensions. But everything is going, or at least it's trying to go smooth. And we are trying to, create extensions, test the system. We also have some beta testers on the system. And the system will be publicly available in around a month. So yes, that's what's going on. I also got myself a Panasonic KX-TGU series, an American version, which is just like how the newer 2022 versions were, maybe with a couple of newer features and a better display. Although I have not yet seen a KX-TGU phone in Canada, so we have to wait and see. But I did get mine from America, so that's going to be interesting. And I'm really excited to showcase it on my channel. In other news, I've been also browsing eBay to see what other phones I can get. So that's pretty interesting. And I have some new videos coming up too. I have a lot of videos to edit. Generally, this week has not been a week with a lot of news other than the LTS Community PBX. So I'm not sure what to talk about, but I'm going to get this show going. So I decided to bring back some of my old phones. Well, not old phones, but some of the phones that I had in my older setups. And it's quite looking nice because I like all the phones. The blend is nice. Although I feel like there are some stuff that need to be changed because some phones just don't make any sense ringtone wise, and they just don't blend in with the setup, with the ethos of the setup, but they're good phones. I want to, for example, ring an extension, and you're going to see. So you're going to see that we really have a loud Uniden ringer, you know? And if I call my bookshelf extension, oh, this is the wrong extension. Now, honestly, I like this other than the BT phone. I do love the BT phone as it's very advanced, very good phone, but gotta be honest with you, I may want to change it. Also, I recently got some new repair gear for my, I got a new tool for repairing items. It's a soldering iron, and you can repair cordless phone displays or, you know, connect stuff to each other. It's a pretty good one as well, and it has like a adjustable temperature thing. That's pretty cool. And it's a clear soldering iron, so I really like it. And yeah, when my TGU arrives, I'm also planning to do a video on it and bring it in the setup. It's a very interesting phone. I've never seen something like the TGU, so it's going to be very interesting, at least for me. I'm not sure about you guys, but for me, it's going to be pretty interesting. And everyone, I'd like to say that I probably am going to record some informational videos on the channel, so you can also go and check them out. It's going to be pretty interesting. And I did record some videos from before, but they were either lost or I forgot to edit them. So whenever the time comes, I'm gonna get on to those too, because they're very good videos. And I'm honestly trying to, focus on other stuff as well, because I really have good information on some stuff, and I feel like other content needs to be posted on the channel too. And also, we're gonna show you a little demonstration of the PBX system that we are working on, and that is this. So I'm with a Cisco phone right now. I'm gonna call my SIP extension. You can see a lot of phones are ringing. And I'm going to ring my SCCP extension. So you can see that the SCCP phone is also ringing. Yeah, that's honestly pretty interesting. I never thought that it would do the double ringer thing when it's receiving a call from an extension, but that is pretty interesting as well. Something to take note of. And also, it does work with FreeBBX like it will work with CUCM, but it's a bit different. I mean, I've had different experiences while having provisioned my Cisco phones on different systems. For example, on CUCM, my experience is very Cisco-y. So you can see, like, I have access to a lot of Cisco features. Same with FreeBBX. I mean, FreeBBX is very interesting. It supports BLF. It also looks like CUCM, but also it's more customizable, as I like to say it. Because, for example, when a BLF contact of yours goes on a call with another user, it would say who's on a call with who, and that's a pretty cool feature. And my UC520, which was my previous PBX system, that's also it's very closed source actually. If I want to rate between if I want to rate and say that which system has more customizability, I'm gonna go with CUCM and FreePBX. But in this case, the customizability that I'm looking for is how the UI looks on the phone, not the actual features. FreePBX lacks a lot of good features for the Cisco phones, but I really like the fact that when your BLF contacts go on a call, it shows who they are on a call with, and that's a pretty cool feature. I didn't see that on CUCM, or I guess I couldn't get that to work. But yeah, if I want to rank between an interesting UI, I don't really like the UI that FreePBX also has. I feel like it's kind of unprofessional because uh, of the grammar that it uses a bit, and then yeah, but in general, it's pretty interesting as well. But I never thought I would see a UI like this. And I also like the fact where you can choose your do not disturb mode. For example, when you press DND, you either have an option to be busy or you have an option to make your DND silent. Or you can just turn it off. And the voicemail
You have no message.
works, and it's even better than last time because last time we needed to enter our mailbox ID, so this works and it's amazing. Although we need to work on uploading the ringer files for the phones because they're not available yet, and some wallpapers. And that would be it, and that would be the full package of LTSPBX, I believe. But CUCM is also very customizable as well with the features that they offer. For example, you can also have a do not disturb toggle, which actually has a light up key. So when you put the toggle on your customizable buttons, you can actually see that it lights up, and that's pretty cool. And also, some old phones become very, up to date as well. But my UC520 was very basic between all of them. The BLF didn't even show that the phone was ringing. It would just become red as the extension is in use. And it was something like that. But now with these updated systems, it is very interesting. But to anyone who wants to try and get into Cisco stuff, you can either try CUCM, which has a lot of hassle because it doesn't have everything in a package. Like if you want to have voicemail enabled, you need to install Unity. If you want to have pagings enabled, you need to install Informacast. But these are also cool in their way, and I like the fact that they have their own dedicated software for each of them because they focus more on these features, and they are very good at extending. But on UC520 or a physical PBX from Cisco, all of these stuff are together and packed in a small form factor, and that's why it wouldn't really give you the greatest or the full experience of Cisco stuff, but it would give a touch on what is happening with Cisco products and what are some Cisco products. As the UC devices, the UC500 series, touches on everything that Cisco offers. I'm not sure about paging, I never tested it, but it does have a CLI, it does have a application called Cisco Configuration Assistant. It does also have like a sort of web interface, but it's not as advanced as CUCM. And it's pretty cool, honestly, and also has PoE and analog ports. With CUCM, you don't get any of them. If you have a PoE switch, you're good. But you have to get a switch, or you have to connect it to your house's Ethernet. And if your switch is not PoE, then you need to have an adapter for that phone. And you need to set the alternate TFTP to your CUCM's IP address or your VPBX's IP address, because that's how these systems work. But on the UC, your your TFTP server, I think, is set to the UC520's IP domains that it generates, because the UC520 is completely isolated from the house's internet, and that's why that it will also work when you don't have internet, and that's pretty cool as well. That's like a very good feature of that PBX, and the fact that it's all in one, I really like it. But for me, it doesn't really matter for me anymore which system I'm on, because I do have ATA, I do have PoE switch, and I did also install CUCM, and now working around with it, trying to see how it works. But yeah, that's how it is. Um, again, everyone. You can try, if you want to get into Cisco stuff, I recommend you to go and start with the UC device to get a knowledge of how Cisco is, what Cisco is, because you're gonna get in a lot of hassle if you go on the harder level first. Just start slow and you'll build up eventually. And yes, I was gonna say something about my setup. Yeah. So I have an ATA, I have a switch, and also I got them programmed to the system just like how the UC was. And yeah, everything's possible. Unless if you don't work hard for it, or if you don't, try to learn for it. And I believe in you guys. I think you guys could try these stuff and gain some knowledge, because it's good knowledge, everyone. If you're a kid, if you're in your teenage years and into this stuff, go do these stuff. It's going to help you a lot in the future. You're doing stuff that a 30-year-old needs a license for to do it in other companies. And if you could run your system, neatly, it means that, hey, you're a very talented person. So good job on that. And everyone, I would like to also say that I'm going to end my show. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Goodbye.